G'day guys, SkylerStardrift here. Just wanted to update and talk to you guys for a minute on a couple of things. This might be a little bit long, but hey, what are you gonna do? I've got a few topics that I wanted to talk about, and I'm gonna put a little title thingy on the screen. I forgot what it's called. The title thingy on the screen as I go through each topic. So the first topic that I wanted to talk about, and there's a plane going overhead, is my Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot. You might have noticed that there was an inconsistency of uploads and all this sort of stuff, but I wanted to talk about it because Crash Bandicoot was supposed to be the Let's Play that I did my whole style of Let's Plays in. I was going to incorporate a sort of style into it and get into it, get it going. But the trouble was, Crash Bandicoot presented me with a lot of issues that I didn't have with Croc Legend of the Gobbos, and I Let's Played that game not only because it's one of my all-time favorites, but to iron out any bugs. As it turns out, I had bugs with Crash Bandicoot instead. So, the first problem I had with that was the first episode took 2 hours to export to an MP4 file from the capture card software, and I don't know why. I still don't know why. But then I had a bigger issue when the game audio was not syncing with the game's video. The audio was fine, but the game video itself was like 5 seconds behind. It was pretty substantial. And this was only happening when I was using the built-in encoder for the capture card. That was the only time it was happening. When I looked at the .ts stream, or TS file, that the capture card was putting out, that was fine. Perfectly synced. All good. But for some reason, exporting it to an MP4 format wasn't working. Back and forth with support for a week or so, trying to get this sorted, trying to think of solutions, and they finally told me about the software known as Handbrake. A lot of people might recognize it. Handbrake worked. I was able to export the video to an MP4 that was synced. This meant there was issues with the software. The only downside to this was that there was an extra half an hour to 40 minutes per episode to encode it, because I was now re-encoding the episode. When I did my Let's Play of Croc Legend of the Gobbos, the episode was exporting to an MP4 format pretty quickly, less than 2 minutes. The thing was, Handbrake took a lot longer to encode the episodes. I understand why, but it was just... got a bit iffy because I hadn't had to do that before. And sounds weird and lazy, but anyway. Finally heard back from support about a month later. I was just about done, and I said, hey, what's the update? What's going on? And they finally said to me, this is what's going on. We have a beta test for you. Please look into it. Okay, but I'm about to record the final episode. You guys can wait for just a minute. I'm gonna record this because I know it works. So I did that, carried on. Fortunately, on the plus side, everything's been fixed. Perfectly fixed. It's fine now. So I don't know what the issue was and I don't know what caused it, but the good news is that issue is fixed. However, that wasn't the only issue I had with Crash Bandicoot. Around episode 5 or so, the microphone started bleeping and cutting out loud buzzing noises. It was doing all sorts of weird stuff, and often whilst I was talking, and I didn't know why that was either. So I had a look, tried several things, couldn't find a solution. Then around episode 12 to 15, I think, in a bit of a fit, I just grabbed the cable and unplugged it from the microphone. Now I've got a decent quality microphone, but and I didn't disconnect it from the actual laptop that I record to. which I'm recording to now, because it's always disconnected when it's not in use, and it's never in use except for when I'm recording. But I disconnected the microphone itself from the cable, the bit that connects into the microphone, and that seemed to fix the issue, believe it or not. I haven't had an issue with that since, and I'm hoping I don't have an issue with it. Period. So that solved that issue by around episode 15 or so, but I didn't let my guard down, didn't want to think about it. On top of all of that, as fun as the game was, don't get me wrong, I had an absolute blast playing the game. The game was a little bit frustrating, and I think that didn't help, and I noticed that even I noticed in editing and whatnot, I became unmotivated, didn't really sound upbeat and interested in playing the game, and I think it was more along the lines of not so much the editing, but the issues I was having with it, and I just didn't enjoy it as a result, if that makes sense. To be honest, playing the game was the best bit about it. I didn't really look forward to the recording side or the editing side, I just enjoyed playing the game. And yes, Crash Bandicoot is a bloody hard game, and I certainly know that now. But the issues that I was having didn't help the matters, and to tell you the truth, I've had shut up, motorcycle. There's been about 10, maybe even more, episodes that I've just scratched because of a lack of progress or something going on. You know, I mean, the first episode alone was 5 times. I recorded that 5 times. I recorded that 5 times, man. That's stupid. Absolutely stupid. And it was all because of issues I was having, and I just didn't understand what was going on. Eventually, I just got really frustrated, and it sounds like I'm really unmotivated to play the game and all that sort of stuff, and I really wasn't. I was actually really looking forward to it. But anyway, I think that's what's had a lot to do with it, and life has sort of gotten in the way. And that's why I was terrible with uploads for Crash Bandicoot. I don't really know what else to say on the matter. It's just, the whole Let's Play was good, I enjoyed it, but the issues not so much. Hopefully the issues won't prop up again for some time. We should be okay for a little while. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for Crash Bandicoot. Let's move on to something a little bit lighter than that. So the first thing I want to mention next, that's a weird way to put it, would be that despite the fact that I haven't recorded anything, I'll say that honestly, I haven't recorded anything since last month, and it is currently the 22nd of December when I'm recording this. I'm not going to start recording again until next year. Christmas is coming up, I've got to deal with Christmas, and I've got to deal with New Year's and all that sort of stuff. More importantly, I have a job now. So it's been a little bit hard to sort of work out what I'm going to do, and, you know, I've got to think about the job. So I will continue to be taking a break, I suppose, until next year. However, in saying that, uploads will be more frequent come next year. They may not kick off for the first couple of weeks, so probably around, I don't know, the 14th of January sounds way too far, but probably around the second week or so of January, that's when uploads are going to be back up, and they're going to be hitting hard, hitting fast. I'm going to aim for uploading a video every 2 days. And saying that, I may not be as far ahead as I want to be, but I want to get more content up. So, I'm gonna push that hard. I'm 1 video a week, I mean, seriously? Come on, what was that? Let's hit it hard, let's hit it fast. try to get something up every couple of days. I think that's the way to go. However, because of the new job and the fact that I'm still on probation, this may change after February or so, when the probation's finished. I'm gonna know for sure if I'm actually going to keep this job or if I'm not going to keep this job at all. So, cross fingers and hope that I do. But if I do finish the probation period and I do keep the job, uploads will be sort of all over the place again for a little while whilst I try to figure out and slot in where I can do an upload and when I can record and when I can edit. But, so that's good news. Uploads have been really slow, and I've noticed that, and that's my fault for not getting up and doing an upload. So, I'm gonna fix that, gonna work on it, get some more content up. I think that's gonna be the best solution. Okay, so now let's talk about the next topic that I wanted to talk about. The next project. I have no clue as of yet what I'm doing. As bad as that sounds. I don't know what I want to play next, or what my next project is going to be. I should know by the end of this year, because I need to start recording again at the beginning of next year. So, updates to come soon. In regards to the next project, I'm not sure exactly if I want to do an update video, or if I'm just going to surprise you guys with whatever it is that I may be covering. And just be like, hey, check this out, this is my next project. I don't know yet. If you guys like, leave a comment in the description about what you would want to see, whether you want to see a video, or if you just want to see me just start the project. I've got a few ideas on what I want to do, but to be honest, I do want to play more PlayStation games. I've got tons of them that I want to cover, but in saying that, I've done 2 already, so I think it might be better if I move to something else like Nintendo or Xbox or PC. Yes, I said Xbox because I meant the console, not the Windows computer. Don't hate me. But I'm leaning more towards Nintendo, but the issue here is Nintendo and Content ID. Slap in the face with a wet fish. It's not fun. So, probably try to do a Nintendo game and see if I get Content ID'd into the face. And if I do, then I'll just be like, well, I'm gonna have to do something else. So, hopefully, go from there. It could be a Nintendo game. I'm not saying it will be, though. I mean, I could change last minute. Anyway, that's about it. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I think I've covered everything. Got everything sorted. Had a little bit of fun along the way, not really. Sworn at planes, I know that much. Well, that just about covers it, guys. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to talk about. I talked about Crash Bandicoot, the frequency of uploads, and talked about the next project, which I still don't know about what I'm gonna do. So that covers it. Since I won't be seeing you guys since this video won't be going up until after Christmas, I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and I will see you guys on the flop side that is that New Year. Thank you very much for watching this very long-winded update, and I will catch you then.